We got to do the main event here. I know you guys want to jump over the main event.
I want to talk about the most awkward moment in the whole night. It's right after. It's right after the main
Wait, do you mean the 45-minute nose-to-nose discussion? What was wrong with that,
dude? How much did Luke look like he wanted to be anywhere on earth?
The last thing you want after being beaten up is the man to kiss your cheek.
But he had him pinned up against the thing, and Luke's just looking everywhere but him. He's just like, why couldn't somebody save him? Get him the fuck out.
Well, he was probably saying nice stuff to him.
Of course, but you don't want a guy that.
Of course.
Oh, I knocked my thing out again. Oh no, I made it so lower. Sorry. You don't want a guy. You don't want to be a guy. You just got your lights put out. Your dreams crushed. And now you got the guy pinned you up against the cage, and he's kissing you and telling you all these. You want to get this? Could somebody be like, "Oh, yo, good fight"?
And he, by the way, all came in 2.7 pounds over, and I think that's the first time Romero's ever missed weight. He did take the fight on late notice. He was apologetic, but if he had come in at 186, he still would have been considered making weight, right? So it's technically 1.7 over.
Well, he would have been over because you have to be on weight for a championship fight.
For the championship, you can't be the opponent.
Right. So if this was just a regular fight, he would have been a pound.
Oh, I see. Okay, I didn't
over.
realize that. Good.
Yeah.
So, okay, he came in 2.7 over, and a lot of lesser analysts probably didn't pick this one right.
Who
picked what? What'd you pick?
So Jim Norton, who's obviously a great fight analyst, God damn it, had Yoel Romero by second round KO. Went into the third.
I thought I had third round.
You had the second round. But, okay, you get the 2 points for it. Matt had Luke Rockhold, third round knockout, and I had Luke Rockhold, fourth round.
Wait, hold on.
So I won by a point.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I said by fourth round.
No,
did I say fourth round TKO? Okay.
I picked him by third round when I was at Matt's house, though.
Right.
I told, I was talking to Drago, and I said it's going to be a third round knockout.
You're just telling the guy that can't relate the message to anybody.
No, here's why. Because his explosiveness, and I figured that he does that little thing where he lulls you to sleep.
Right.
And after Rockhold got knocked out by Bisping, not that Bisping doesn't punch hard, but I'm like, he has been put to sleep before.
Yeah.
It is possible.
What I noticed was very unusual is that Yoel's doing like a lot of things wrong, but effective for some reason. Like in other words,
he's doing wrong?
Well, all right. For instance, I was really concerned because of the height, similar to say Jones versus DC, where they say about that head kick, and Luke's got that height, and he has a very nice high kick. I'm like, man, I want to see that thing start whipping up. And he was being pretty effective on the leg, but didn't seem like it was. It ended up really hurting him or bruising him, but you didn't see too much of it slowing him down during the fight. But those high kicks. It's a big no-no. You do not try to block a high kick with your forearm. You'll break your forearm.
Liddell, Rich Franklin.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't do that. I've done that before. I've took it where I'm like, yo, with a shin pad on, and Longo's like, yo, don't do that again. You got to move with it. You got to, put the other hand up to help reinforce it, but you got to move. You can't be taking the blunt of that. And he was just throwing his arm up, like deflecting these kicks. It was like jamming him up where nothing was hurting him. And then even when Luke sometimes did like a double jab to a left hand or a right hand. Well, I gotta see where it was, but he landed right and nothing. I mean, I'm like, either Luke's not hitting too hard, or else this guy could just take it, and he's not giving him anything to slow him down, anything to worry about, anything to stress him out. Plus, when you think about Luke with the takedowns, it's usually after he gets a guy hurt or he follows a guy down like he did with Machida, and he gets on top. He's a problem. There was not even a threat at all. Everything was getting decided on its feet, on the feet, and he wasn't being effective on the feet. That too effective. And man, and then Yoel's just walking him down, and you saw him throwing some overhands out. I'm like, man, that's not gonna land. It's kind of from Guam. But then he started finding his range.
Yes, he did.
And he had a few of those blitzes. He's smart. He does like an interval.
Yeah. He's learned how to pace himself for 5 rounds.
Like he'll like you're like, oh man, he's looking. Maybe he'll punch himself out, and then he'll back off when he knows he doesn't have them. Right. And Luke was allowing him to get his wits back.
Allowing him to dance. Let me ask you a question. Maybe you know the answer to this. What happened to Yoel? Did Yoel hurt himself jumping off the cage after he won? Because he was literally being held up on one foot and sitting. And I'm like, that wasn't just from the kicks. Or did the adrenaline dump happen and then all of a sudden he realized how bad he was hurt?
So I think it was the adrenaline dump had a lot to do with it. I mean, he could have definitely hurt himself jumping off the
said
cage.
It was, by the way, they said it was a shin bruise. They said it was...
yeah, Yoel had said that it was broken after the fight, and then his manager was like, no. Like, he went to the hospital. It's not broken.
Yeah.
But I actually saw something, I think FS1... or Fox Sports tweeted
he meant his English was broken
at the at the weigh-ins. Romero didn't put any weight on that leg when he was coming down the steps off the stage. He kind of like when you like
so he was hurt before that leg.
Yeah, he probably came in with something, nursing something, which is surprising that Luke wasn't able to exploit.
Maybe I was looking too into it, but when you see him go to pull him away, look at his leg when he's pulled away. Unless it's a different leg, I mean, it looked like it was buckled a little bit.
Pulled away.
Yeah, I mean, he's got something.
Could you put the finish on?
Pulled away at the end?
Yeah. Watch his leg. Maybe it was already because he couldn't put weight on it or something. But get to the very end.
Not Tyson Pedro. That's the wrong fight, Chris.
He's getting to it. Where is it? Oh, no, that's the video game.
We have a little bit of news we got to get to.
Oh, I like news.
Yeah. Oh, I got to go to the next
While
one.
Chris is looking.
Well, wait, actually, I was just going back to the Romero Rockhold fight. It surprises me that after Whitaker beat Romero using push kicks. I mean, the 4th and 5th round, all he did was push kick him, keep him off balance, didn't let him step back and recharge. I was really surprised that he used it a couple of times.
Luke was throwing some of those kicks to the midsection.
But like Matt said, he let Romero back up, retool, and then come with the explosive shots.
He come in with those like a blitz.
Yeah,
like a little raging.
Romero does that weird little dance thing on the out. He's very fluid. He moves very well.
I love you, Jim Norton.
Yeah, he has a voice. You expect him to have an Anderson Silva voice.
No, he's got that.
I want to go. That soft, gentle voice. Then he kicks you in the teeth.
Oh man, people were brutal with Rockhold though.
Why?
They think he's cocky. They were happy that he got stopped.
He's just a confident guy. I mean, I think that goes into it when you're saying that.
He might be cocky a little, but
maybe, but it's fun. That's what makes it fun.
No, yeah, for sure.
And he's great.
It really is this explosiveness. This all of a sudden.
Let me see here. So we're watching the very end. This is 3:20.
He's moving.
Yeah. It is amazing, right? There's no hint of
boom.
it. Oh man!
And I watched. See
that's
that like
a brutal
that?
Shot.
Oh, all right.
Yes, a little stutter step there. It looked but he's running there. He's running. He looks like he's okay running. Jumps up on the cage. He looks okay there.
Yeah. Adrenaline's probably
waving at the gang. Hello. He's happy. He's making muscles.
He did his best Chuck
Let's
Liddell.
see when he jumps off. That wasn't Liddell.
Was it Liddell?
Now let's see if there's a camera there. Nope, they're on Rockhold now.
Man.
And then the next thing you know, they go to Romero, and he's fucking there. He's
already awkward in 3, 2, 1. All right, now they're face to face. He kissed them.
Yeah, I mean, Rockhold was just out like a second.
Yeah,
so he's not even really like with it.
He's being very. He's being
here. This gets a little awkward now.
Yeah, it's a long.
He's still talking to him. He's saying he loves you.
He started, by the way, when our podcast started. He's been talking to him since then. It's an hour and 8 minutes already.
And he kissed him again.
And now he's limping away. You can see him limping.
Man.
Yeah.
Now he's limping.
That's rough, man. I'll tell you.
That's one of the greatest knockouts I've ever seen. He literally knocked him off his feet into.
Oh man! I mean this. People are like, he'll be back better than ever. I mean, this could shorten a career, man.
Who said he's been back better than ever?
I think not to be a dick. I think Alistair Overeem.
It was over him, yeah.
I mean, listen.
Oh, okay.
Overeem posted actually a really nice thing about fighters and
I mean they get knocked out sometimes. It was just a pretty knockout. Ngannou's knockout of Overeem was a pretty knockout. Like sometimes you see fights that are a little awkward. But those are knockouts. Like when you're a kid and you picture yourself knocking a motherfucker out, that's how you picture doing it.
Oh, yeah.
The way Ngannou knocked him out, that's the way you picture doing it. It's just one of those, it's like, the way fucking Foreman beat Frazier. That's how you picture beating a guy up.
Yeah.
Tyson knocked people out the way you picture it.
I was just really surprised, though, that I think Rockhold, obviously it's easier after the fight, but I thought he would have kept a little bit of a higher pace and kind of pushed Romero just a little bit more. But
I think maybe you should place a call to him.
I am. I'm going to give him a call and let him know what I thought.
What Curtis Blades, Mark Hunt, who had that?
Both me and you had Curtis Blades by decision, which turned out to be a good pick.
You just copied me.
Yeah.
That first round, Jimmy, how crazy was I?
So close. I was rooting for Hunt, too. I didn't care about Curtis Blades.
I was going nuts. He had him on ice skates all over I'm like, this is it? This is it?
Yeah.
Just don't get up. Oh.
But Mark Hunt is just at the age now, like Brock did it to him. He's just an older guy, and it's harder for him to get up at this point.
He did use that underhook in the first round, man, to get up, and I loved it. I'm like, oh, man, is he going to be able to get up now more often? And then we found out he wasn't. But he did get up that one time. I got so excited. I'm like, oh, he's using underhooks.
Right. Well, Curtis Blades, I mean, he took him down 10 times, literally.
It's a record for Curtis Blades, too.
Yeah, he's a dominant wrestler.
He showed a lot
but
of
he had
improvement.
A 10-pound weight advantage, too.
He's a bigger guy than...
No, Hunt.
Right, but I'm saying, Curtis Blades has a bigger reach.
But listen, this goes... I think somebody asked Curtis about this in the post-fight. His only loss is to Francis.
Yep,
now,
doctor stoppage, yeah.
But now what if... he's seen the last fight with Francis, and now look at his fight just now with Mark Hunt. It's not that Francis might not, Mark, it might not be as easy to get down as, not that Mark Hunt was, but I mean, he got him down 10 times. He could show that, hey man, that could be a kink in the armor. If he fights 100%. Him again, strategically, he might just, he might really just look to utilize that, because who knew at that time it was both their debut, wasn't it? Or am I off with that?
No, I think they both had a few fights.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Are you sure that was both their first? That wasn't his debut in the UFC.
I don't think it was.
Honestly. Maybe listen. I've been wrong before.
But Curtis, you're right though, because Curtis comes in at rank number 9. Francis is coming off a loss. So I'd be asking for that fight, right?
But I want to see how many fights did Curtis have in the UFC before he fought Francis?
Oh, that was Curtis's first fight in the UFC.
Doctor stoppage.
Why the fuck?
Was that
Why does he question me?
I don't like it.
Why? And not only does he question, he goes,
probably because you spilled your beverage twice.
Francis had one before that. So.
All right, so I'm 100% correct.
100% right.
So the experience now is quite different.
He might be able to take Francis down. Yeah, could he take? If Hunt buckled him, it'd be hard to see if he could take Francis' punch. Curtis Blades he just takes you down. He's a good wrestler.
Well, I'd be asking for Ngannou. That's a good move for him next.
But he's also got decent strikes. It's not like he's not.
Ngannou, Stipe showed you how you beat him. If you can do it, it's easier said than done. I'm a little guy.
Well, that's why. I mean, if he takes a page out of that book, he's shown he has the grappling ability.
Yeah.
Holla?
Yeah.
Yeah, Curtis is a bigger guy than Stipe, too. So, got weight on him.
Although Ngannou is tough, though. He has not been beaten. Like, I mean, he's lost decisions, but he has not been tapped or knocked out.